8 types of ants that might invade your home terminix. While there are more than 12,000 known species of ant, only a handful are a threat to your home's privacy. Learn more about the different types of ants. Ants occur in wide variety over all regions of the world. They have a vast number of different species. In fact, more than 12,000 different ant species have been identified. But while their ranks are large, only a small fraction of these species are considered home-invading pests. Before we go on, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Types of ants, 8 common invaders. Acrobat ants. Worker ants are about 2.5 to 3 millimeters long with 2 nodes. Acrobat ants' color varies from yellow-brown to brown and red-black to all black. They nest outside, primarily in moist wood and inside damaged wood structures, and sometimes in foam panel insulation. When threatened, worker ants of this species will lift their abdomens above their heads, resembling a scorpion. As they run with their abdomen held in the air, it gives the appearance that they are tumbling, hence the name, acrobat ant. These types of ants are aggressive and will sting, although they are not frequent indoor invaders. They are commonly found throughout the eastern United States. 5 things you didn't know about Louisville's acrobat ants. Acrobat ants are interesting and resilient insects. This can make them frustrating to control when they come into your yard and get into your home. Today, we're discussing 5 things you may not know about acrobat ants in Louisville, along with why it is important that you know these facts. 1. Acrobat ants go by a few names. What's in a name? A lot, actually. The common names given to acrobat ants reveal some interesting facts about these tiny ants. The word acrobat, for instance, is given to this ant because of the way it is able to bend at an odd, upward angle, and lift its abdomen over its thorax. It does this as a response to danger. It is also sometimes called a cocktail ant because of this raising of the abdomen. In some regions, it is referred to as a Valentine ant because its abdomen is shaped like a heart and is a reminder of the holiday of romance and love. Why should you know this? Because it will help you to identify these ants. Proper identification is the first step in effective ant control. If you use the right products on the wrong ants, you won't get the results you're looking for. 2. Outdoors, acrobat ants are arboreal. Most species of acrobat ants are arboreal. Arboreal is a sciencey word for animals that live primarily in trees. They live, eat, sleep, and play in trees. Why should you know this? Because wood and leaves attract these ants. If you have firewood, construction materials, leaf piles, or sticks near your exterior walls, you will lure acrobat ants in close to your home. When they come close, they can scale the exterior of your home like they would a tree and begin to get into tiny openings. 3. Acrobat ants love to eat termites and wasps. In nature, these ants can attack termite colonies that are infesting the hard rot of trees. These ants are one of the reasons termite colonies produce soldiers. It is an all-out battle when termites choose the wrong tree to feed on. Wasps that create aerial nests on tree branches can be in a lot of trouble if acrobat ants find them, which happens quite often because acrobat ants are sensitive to the pheromone scent that wasps emit. They use these pheromones to zero in on a nest. Why should you know this? If you have a lot of trouble with acrobat ants in your home, you may have a termite or wasp infestation that is providing a food source for these ants. That could be a serious problem. 4. Acrobat ants are drawn to wires and electricity. There is some controversy as to why acrobat ants are drawn to electrical equipment, but there is no denying that they are. They're often found nesting near electrical boxes and wires when they get inside homes. Why should you know this? Acrobat ants chew the insulation off wires. This can cause a spark and lead to a house fire. So, while these ants aren't a medical concern and they don't directly threaten your belongings, they can harm both if a fire breaks out. 5. Acrobat ants have a sweet tooth. While acrobat ants eat living and dead insects for protein, they can also be found eating the sweet honeydew produced by aphids and other plant-damaging insects. Why should you know this? When acrobat ants get into your home, they're going to get into meats and sweets. This broad diet helps them to survive quite nicely, even if you don't have termites, carpenter ants, wasps, or some other insects they like to eat. Argentine ants. Argentine ants are about 2.2 to 2.8 millimeters long and have one node. Their color varies from light to dark brown. Outdoors, they nest in a variety of areas throughout the winter and in shadier spots during the summer. Indoors, they are sometimes found in wall insulation or voids. If stepped on, workers emit a musty smell. These ant types do not have the ability to sting. They are most commonly found throughout the southeastern United States, California, and Hawaii. The damage: because it does not sting or bite humans, the Argentine ant is not a direct threat to humans, unlike the red imported fire ant, Solenopsis invicta. Instead, the Argentine ant is most notable as a nuisance pest in urban areas, especially because of the availability of water. Asian needle ants. Asian needle ants. Asian needle ants are about 5 millimeters long and have one node. They are brown-black with dark orange mandibles, and mostly nest outdoors in shaded areas with high moisture. This species is less aggressive to neighboring ant colonies than other ant types. It will sting if pressed against human skin or trapped in clothes. This happens most often during swarm season, which is between July and August. Its sting can be painful and sometimes causes a welt. A small number of cases where humans were stung resulted in anaphylactic shock. It is most commonly found in Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia. The Asian needle ant poses a triple threat to humans. First, its venomous sting is painful, and on average, somewhat more likely to cause an allergic reaction than the venom in a honeybee's sting. As a result, people allergic to insect stings should take special care to avoid stings when in an Asian needle ant-infested area. Carpenter ants. Carpenter ants. Multiple variations of carpenter ants exist across the United States. These types of ants rank high as structural pests. Due to such large variety, their physical description can be broad. The average length of workers is between 6 and 13 millimeters. Carpenter ants don't actually eat wood, but rather excavate it in order to create nests. The primary nest of these ants is typically outside, in trees or lumber. Indoors, they prefer roofs and woodwork near moisture. Homes in woodlands are at the most risk for structural damage. Some species are aggressive and will sting if their nest is disturbed. Crazy ants. Crazy ants. Crazy ants are 2.2 to 3 millimeters long with one node. They are black-brown with extremely long legs and antennae. These types of ants are non-discriminatory nesters, forming colonies in moist or dry environments. Outdoors, they nest in plants, soil, heavy vegetation, mulch, and garbage. Indoors, they can be found under carpets, in wall voids and in house plants. Crazy ants do not have stingers, but will move around sporadically if disturbed, thus earning their name. They are spread throughout the United States and are especially common along the Gulf Coast. Other common species in this subfamily include the Caribbean crazy ant, Nylanderia pubens, and the robust crazy ant, Nylanderia bourbonica. All are considered major home invaders, the latter two primarily existing in Florida. Dark rover ants. Dark rover ants. The average length of this ant is about 1.6 millimeters. They have one node for their body and are medium to dark brown in color. They are commonly found in areas near people, and nest outdoors by grass edges, under objects on the ground and in parking lots. Indoor nests are sometimes found in bathrooms and kitchens. Dark rover ants have a preference for sweet liquids. Their large colony size can make them a nuisance, although they do not sting. They are commonly found in Florida, southern Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. They have also been reported in South Carolina, Arkansas, Texas, Arizona, and Nevada. European fire ants. European fire ants. Workers are about 4 to 5 millimeters long. These ants have two nodes and can vary in color, although most are a light reddish-brown. During warmer months, this species of ant forms nests in a wide range of outdoor habitats including gardens, lawns, and shrubbery. They may form nests inside during cold months, particularly under bathtubs, water heaters, or other warm areas with moisture. European fire ants are aggressive and can produce a painful sting when disturbed. Infestations of these ants have been reported in New York, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and Canada. Field ants. Field ants. Field ants vary in size from 4 to 8 millimeters long. They have one node and also come in a variety of colors including black, brown, yellow-brown, and mixed red. This species of ant forms nests mostly in open areas of soil, dead wood, or greenery. They are not commonly found indoors. Field ants have stingers and the ability to spray formic acid, which can induce a small amount of pain. They are common in the Northeast and Midwest United States. Many other ant species exist. They are largely considered pests because of their ability to produce large colonies, and their habit of foraging for food indoors. Some are more of a threat than others. Ants have the ability to transmit disease organisms through the contamination of food or sterile objects. Their stings can be painful and, in rare circumstances, lead to anaphylactic shock. Carpenter ants also have the ability to cause damage to wood structures. Are you concerned about ants in your home or yard? Identifying the types of ants you are dealing with can be a challenge. Treatment can vary depending on the species. For proper identification and a comprehensive solution, contact Terminix. Get started today and save $50 superscript 1 on a pest control plan.